It's your boy Fist in his house, bringing you another great edition of Black Ops 2 for me to you, because that's what I do. Ground War Domination, Solo 9v9, the MK48. I think I did the hammer earlier, really earlier, but these LMG videos and assault videos, I got all week to talk about them, and I am going to be doing another video. Look at this little punk ass hiding behind a rock. What a bitch. But anyways, I am going to be doing another video, my very first commentary on Call of Duty on my other channel. Now, on this channel, I would strictly just going to talk about the game and just, you know, people just want to hear about the game and the weapons and, you know, my opinions and whatnot on the game. They really don't want to hear, you know, my rants or, you know, some people think that I get a little bit too negative, and I got away from that. You know, I wanted to focus more on the gameplay and talk about the game and talk about the weapons on this channel. But I'm just as frustrated as some other people that are out there in the community about this game, and I really never really complained about it on this channel. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to voice my opinion on the other channel. I'll leave the link in the description. And you can go over there and check it out. I'm going to do it probably an hour after this video. And it's going to be with some other LMG gameplays and what I have to say about LMGs and snipers and whatnot. So going right into this game, Ground War Domination 9v9, MK48 silencer with quick draw on it. Now, it's got about 100 in the clip or whatever it's got in there. I mean, what am I starting out with? 31 and I just died? I don't even get that. What's going on? Did I just die and start with 31 in the clip and then it goes to 100? Oh, okay, I get it now. It's just a number glitch. It's not actually, it just repeats and rolls over. Okay. So, talking about the MK48. Now, we saw the patch, and it said it reduced the amount of time to ADS. That was the only thing they did to the LMGs. And we're just going to leave it at that, with that discussion being said about the LMGs for this channel. What I can say is it's a support weapon, and you know there's like 5 LMG classes, and if you're deciding to use one of these, I've been testing them all day today. And I like the MK48, and I like the hammer. I'm getting used to all of them and how to play the game. Now, you have to realize, LMGs are a support weapon. And with that being said, you're looking at 90% mobility. That means you're not going to be running around shooting. The reload times are slow as hell. And you know you got to learn when to cancel that and not wind up canceling your reload animation. You got to know where to set up on certain maps. You have to know your role, and that is the point of the weapon. It's a support weapon. It has slow mobility, very slow mobility, and shooting off the hip. You know, do I have the laser sight on here? Yeah, see, I got the silencer with the laser sight. I'm sorry, excuse me. I did have the quick draw on it, but I decided to run the MK48 with the laser sight on it. And what's really weird to me with this setup, and I'm going to show a different video or a different map that I ran this on, and you'll see I had a lot of kills that were off the hip. I noticed that the same type of action with the laser sight off the hip is kind of reminiscence of the MSMC and the AK-47 from Modern Warfare 2, if that makes any sense. Because I remember, and also from Call of Duty 4. So you got to think of, if you're a real true Call of Duty fan, you'll understand how the laser works with the MK48. It's got the bouncing dot thing. So you imagine reading those like words on the bottom of the screen, and then you follow the little bouncing dot. Well, that's what the laser sight does for the MK48. If you're going to use the weapon and shoot off the hip, it's really simple. It's just up and down, up and down, up and down, which is really cool. I mean, it works really well if you're going to play it like that. And you have to sit there and you really have to decide which combination you are going to run for your setup. Now, I was trying the infrared scope, and I was trying to make this work, and I got really frustrated because I would go infrared, silencer, smoke, but then you have a third tier perk, and you're gonna have to give up tac mask, and in order to set up to get to places, you got to be able to run. So you have tac mask, because if you get to a spot and you're support and you're setting up, then people are going to try to get you out of there. So they're going to throw shock charges, flashbangs, and they're going to try to get you out of your spot, because you're support. You can't run around with this weapon. You're at 90% mobility. So you have to realize that, okay, when you're using this weapon, first of all, you have to have experience in using the weapon. So when you get the experience using the weapon, meaning you know where to be at certain flows of the map. This is a type of weapon that takes time to learn. So in order to do all that, you need to run to that spot. So you have to switch to your knife, run to your spot, set up, have tactical mask, no flinching, flak jacket, and you need the hard line so you can get your streaks going because you're setting up, and that's the thing. So if you can't do any of those things, like if you can't get to your spot, and if they can put you out of your spot by throwing flashbangs and shock charges, then there's no point in you even getting there to set up. So the thing is, you have to spend the perks on extreme conditioning, on tactical mask, on no flinching, because you're going to be challenged in those spots, and you need flak jacket. So you need all those things, and you need to learn the maps. So it's one of those weapons that it's not easy to learn, but once you get to learn it, it still suffers a lot because you have to spend so much for it to work properly. And that's where I'm frustrated at, because the reason being is, and I'm going to go over more of that definitely, and how it's not fair, how the balance is not fair in the game. When you play the LMGs, you're like, this is BS, because you have to spend so much for this weapon to work that it's like, you're irritated. But anyways, so the LMG, like I said, you're not gonna get that. It's a very heavy weapon. You're not gonna get all this idle swaying and flying all around and crap like that. It's gonna kill people, and you're gonna put it on target, and the silencer helps the muzzle lift and the recoil and everything with that, and you can set up shop. You got a slow reload time. You got to deal with that. So you got to know when to pick your fights, and then you set up shop. And you got to move. And all right, you go really slow. Let your teammates run in front of you. Like I said, this is a straight up support weapon. This is all based on how well your team is moving around you, that you can move within them in order to have it work. And if they're not doing that, then you're going to get demolished by SMG players. They will outflank you and rape your anus. That's what will happen. That's another problem with the LMGs, that they're highly outbalanced in that respect. The mobility, they just can't get around. So it's a very hard weapon to learn and get everything working, and everything they take away from you is just frustrating. But overall, I'm going to post another video on my other channel where I go into it. Post-patch, pre-patch, to me it's still the same difference. You're ADSing, maybe 30% faster? Big deal. Wow, you gave the LMGs a little bit faster. Oh, look at the colorful swarm. You get a little bit 30% more ADSing. Is it worth it? Hell no, it's not worth it. And you want to know the rest of the story? Come to my other channel, because I'm about to let you know the real deal. Raw Fist, if you want to hear that stuff. I'll see you then. Hope you enjoyed the comm. It's your boy Fist. Peace! I'm out!